Good evening, Lizzie boys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do a collection video on a collection that I've had since I was a very young child. I'd go as far as saying this is the first doll line that I actively collected ever in my life, because when I was a little kid and I had Bratz and Barbies and My Scenes and stuff, I wasn't a collector as much as I was a kid playing with my toys. But with these dolls, I was actively collecting them. I would get so excited over new releases, and I actually kept the majority of my collection. I do have some dolls that are missing, and I will touch on them. At the end of the video, I'll be like, oh yeah, I used to have these ones, but they're just mysteriously missing. So, yeah, that collection is Lalaloopsy. These have been getting a bit of a resurgence lately. They've suddenly gotten expensive. It's kind of crazy. So in this video, I just thought it'd be fun to show off my collection, because I dug it out of storage, and it's been laying out in the loft, and I have to put it away again soon, so, let's look at them while we can, shall we? Yeah, we'll look at my minis and my Lalaloopsy girls as well, but we'll start with the big dolls first. So typically, my Lalaloopsy collection lives within this giant wooden chest. It's pretty big, as you can see. It's got some random stuff at the bottom of it. It's completely empty right now, and you know what that means. My entire collection is out on display. We'll start from the bottom. First we have Scribbles Squiggle Splash, who is Spot Splatter Splash's little sister. This is an original version of Scribbles, not a reproduction. Spot, however, is a reproduction from the TV show era, where they did reproductions based on the TV show. Pretty much all of my original 8 dolls are reproductions from that era, because I started collecting around... Man, I don't remember. I want to say it was around 2011, maybe? It was long after these dolls were gone from shelves, though. So we're starting with Spot. I also have Crumb's Sugar Cookie and her little sister Sprinkle Spice Cookie. I do have their pets, by the way. The pets are just in a bag. Yeah, so I have a good amount of the pets. If I don't have their pet, I will mention it. For example, I don't have Scribbles' pet because I thrifted her, but I got Sprinkle and Trinket brand new, so these two do have their pets, same with Crumbs and Jewel and Spot. So yeah, I have Jewel Sparkles as well. Very good condition. Her sister Trinket, I do need to wash with a magic eraser because she's got quite a few scuffs on her hair. She was like that when I got her from TJ Maxx years and years ago. I remember where I got these, by the way. Most of my original 8s were from Target, so they came with a mini, and I got her at Marshall's, her at Toys R Us. Actually, I was very excited to find her. I thought she was so cute, and I thrifted her at the flea market. Tippy Tumbelina, I got her and her sister Twisty Tumbelina both at Marshall's back in the day, or was it TJ Maxx? It was one of them. Sahara Mirage, I got her for Christmas. My mom found her at Walmart because for some reason she was randomly showing up there years after her release. And I got Pita Mirage, I want to say, from Marshall's as well. So moving up a little, I have Cloudy Sky, who my mom got me when I was getting an eye surgery when I was in the 4th grade. So she's very old. I've had her for a long time. I don't think she was my first Lalaloopsy, but she was definitely one of my first. And I also have her little sister, Breezy Sky. 2 of her. Both are reproductions from 2021. I don't know why I have 2, but I do. I also have Confetti Carnival. I've managed to keep her mask, which is good. I got her at a giant mall I went to with my family. I got her from Toys R Us. And I have her little sister, Streamer Carnival, missing her shoes. I thrifted her at the flea market. I have Suzette and Mimi La Sweet, both I got during the original run. However, my Suzette I bought secondhand on eBay, meaning I don't have her shoes, so she's wearing swirly figure 8s ice skates. I do want her actual shoes and socks, and unfortunately I never got the reproduction of her. I wish I did. I really should have. I should mention I don't have her pet. When it comes to the characters here whose pets I don't have, it's Breezy and Suzette here. Bundles Snuggle Stuff, I got her in box. For a while, she was all I had of my #1 favorite character, Mittens Fluff and Stuff. So I was very excited to just have the little pet, the little sister for her. I do have her pet, I got her new in the box. And Mittens, oh my god, Mittens. When I finally got this doll, I cried tears of joy. I was so happy. I was a 9-year-old and I was so excited to finally own this doll, dude. Once again, I got the reproduction, but not the Target reproduction. I got the one that was sold at Toys R Us. And my grandma took me to the store to try to find her, and when they didn't have her, they're like, oh, don't worry, you can order her online. And my mind was blown. I didn't know I could do that. So, yeah, I ordered her online. She arrived at my house, and I love her so much. I also have the silly hair version of Bundles, who I've thrifted. And then I have Ivory. Her hat keeps falling off. It doesn't want to stay on. But I do have her hat. It just doesn't want to stay on her head. Yeah. Ivory. Oh my god, Ivory. When this doll came out, I was absolutely obsessed. My mom had to keep her at my aunt's house because I wanted to unbox her now. I would be going into her closet trying to unbox her. And my mom was like, no, she's a Christmas present. So, yeah, Ivory's a big deal for me. I love her so much. These are like my top 2 favorite Lalaloopsies, dude. And right next to them, another favorite of mine is Toffee Cocoa Cuddles. I got her on eBay. I tried to find her in stores, but I never could. I don't have her pet, but I do have her full outfit, which is nice. She does unfortunately have a small chip in her eye paint, but she was really cheap when I got her, so it was nice. As a kid, I was always like, wow, I'm lucky she only sells for $10, and then you look at her prices now, and it's like, oh, shit. But yeah, I always thought she was so unique with her brown button eyes and the heart-shaped cheeks. And she was, until Queenie Redheart released and also had the heart-shaped cheeks. I thrifted Queenie. I have her pet as well. Despite her being thrifted, I managed to find her pet from actually a completely different seller. But it was on the same day, which was funny. She's got her shoes and her dress, She's very pretty. I really love her so much. I have them together because of their heart-shaped cheeks. Another thrifted Lalaloopsy of mine is Toasty Sweet Fluff. I do not have her pet, but I have her, complete with her plastic skirt. I wasn't collecting during the era when Toasty released, same with Sugar. So both her and Sugar Fruit Drops have been thrifted. Sugar has her shoes, but unfortunately is missing her skirt. But Sugar's pretty hard to find. She's also missing one of her hair bows. I didn't know that was possible, but it is. Star Magic Spells, I got new in the box. I remember getting her at, it was Walmart I found her at. I used to look ridiculous being so small, carrying these huge doll boxes around. Their boxes were huge, dude. So, yeah, I remember getting Star in the stores. I always really liked her. Since I got her new in box, I have her pet and stuff. Rosie Bumps and Bruises, I thrifted. And this is the reproduction where they removed the white cross from her little apron. I did have the original version, but the thing was peeling, so I sold it. I do have her little sister as well. I don't remember her name, but she's complete. Neither of them have their pets, though. Peanut Big Top is another one of my thrifted original 8s. I got a mini with her. I don't have her sister. I do want her sister, but I don't have her. So that completes the first 2 rows of my collection. Onto the 3rd row, we have Scraps Stitched and Sewn, who my friend traded to me. I love this doll so much. She has her little pet. I keep this one displayed in my bedroom because I love her so much. She's just everything to me. I love the quirky looking Lalaloopsies, and she's one of the quirkiest of them all because she's got blue skin. I really want Haley Galaxy, by the way. I'm bummed I don't have her. I also have Rosebud Longstem, I believe that's her name. I got this one last year in England. I was thrifting with my girlfriend and I found her with her pet. I think she cost like £2 or something. It was so cheap. I was so happy to find her. So this one has some sweet memories for me because I found her with my wife. Mango Tiki Wiki is another one that I got when I was a kid because of the different colored eyes. I always wanted to have the ones with different eye colors, and I did. I have all of the ones with different eye colors, I'm pretty sure. So Mango I got in the box. She's pretty cool. I also have this one that I thrifted recently. This is the silly hair version of Scoop's waffle cone. I really want the regular version of Scoops, but I'm happy with this one too. She doesn't have her shoes though, but I don't care. It's pretty rare for me to find Lalaloopsies when I'm thrifting, so this was a cool find. We have my reproduction pillow feather bed, the first Lalaloopsy ever made. I love her. Fun fact, her mask on the reproduction is actually smaller than the original doll's mask. I'm a nerd, I remember that. Here's Swirly Figure 8, who I'm pretty sure is one of my first Lalaloopsies. Unfortunately, I did steal her skates for Suzette, but I do have her skates, I have her pet, and I even have her poster. I have everything of this doll because I got her brand new in the box. When Winter Snowflake came out, I really loved her, and I still do. I got her new in the box, I have all of her stuff, and I love her snowball hair. I just think this one's adorable. And the little hat on her head. Like, come on, she's so pretty. I also have Pepper Pots and Pans, who I always liked but never bought online because I just didn't feel like it, so I'm glad that I was able to thrift her. She has her shoes. No pet, but I don't really mind. I also thrifted Charlotte Charades and her sister Sherry Charades. Sherry does not have her hat, and unfortunately Charlotte did not have her pet. But, I mean, I always liked these two, so I'm happy that they're both complete with their shoes and stuff. Please keep your hat. Please. Another thrifted doll of mine is Marina Anchors, who's another one that I always really wanted, so when I found her at the thrift store, I was really happy that I did. She's so cute. I don't have her pet, but I have her, and that's what matters. I also have, Twisty Stripes. Not gonna lie, I forgot this one's name, but I got her new in the box because I have her pets. And if I didn't get her new in the box, then I thrifted her with her pet. I don't remember how I got this one. I do remember Goldilocks, though. When she released the year after Ivory, my mom got her for me for Christmas. She was a collector edition Lalaloopsy. Got her shoes. And her pet is in here somewhere. Yeah, the golden peacock. That's her pet. I also have one of these Lalaoopsies fairies. Unfortunately, I don't know this one's name. I thrifted her, though, and she's pretty cute. I never had a Lalaoopsie fairy, and now I do. So that's pretty chill. I also have Peggy 7Cs. When this one released, I was so hyped. She's got a peg leg, dude. That's so fun. She also has an earring, but it's unraveled over the years. I didn't know it could do that, so that's unfortunate. I might paint it or something just to get the color back, but I didn't even know that was possible. And I love her little eye patch. I also have this girl. What is her name? This was one of the new characters that they released during the anniversary. She was actually in the pack that Suzette was reproduced for alongside her sister. I thrifted her, though. Like, just her. I did not get her sister or her pet. Her arms are wrapped in, like, plastic. But she was a really cool find, so I grabbed her. Okay, this is not confirmed, but I feel like my first Lalaloopsy was Alice in Lalaloopsy Land. I think this was my first one I ever got, but I cannot be certain because all the old pictures that my mom used to have on Facebook are, like, gone. So I'm not sure. I don't remember. But I want to say it was Alice. I feel like it was her. It was either her or Swirly. It might have even been both of them. It might have been like Monster High where I got 2 dolls to start with. I just think it may have been her because I know she had just released around the time I started collecting, and I know that I would bring her everywhere with me, which is why it's shocking that she's in good condition and not super dirty. I also have Feather Telltale and Scarlet Riding Hood. These are 2 more that were very important to me. I used to headcanon them as being sisters, and I still kind of do. Like, I don't know, I feel like they look kind of similar. They could be sisters. Scarlet, my mom got for me while she was, like, up in Orlando or something doing some test. I remember she brought her home for me, so that was pretty cool. Cherry Crisp Crust. This one's interesting. I thrifted this specific doll, but I went through my collection and I realized that I had her tag from her box, meaning that she's one of the dolls that I'm actually missing, but I simultaneously have her because I thrifted this one at the flea market not too long ago. So that's interesting. I also have Cherie Prim and Proper. I thrifted this one and she's super cute. I had never seen her before, so I grabbed her out of curiosity. Oh, my camera won't stop. I guess we'll keep going. I also have Dot Starlight. She's a reproduction that I thrifted. I used to have the original, but she also went missing from my collection, so had to buy her again. I also have Frost Icy Cone, who I thrifted. She does not have shoes, unfortunately, but I don't mind because she has her dress, so I can ignore the lack of shoes. I also have Super Silly Party Crumbs, yet another doll who I thrifted. She has her shoes. I love the Super Silly Party dolls, and I want mittens so bad, but she's gotten expensive, so I don't know what to do about that. I also have Bee Spells a lot. She was a reproduction. And I have Holly Sleigh Bells, who's also missing her shoes, but I don't care because I always wanted this one, so thrifting her in any condition made me happy. I also have Snowy Fairest, who I remember getting on eBay. I thrifted Cat and her sister, Cat Jungle Roar and Whiskers Lion Roar, maybe? I don't remember that one's name. I'm sorry, I don't remember her name. I have Stormy Sky from the reproduction era. She was only released then. And, yeah, I thrifted her. Very happy with her. I also thrifted one of these mermaids. I'm unsure if she's a reproduction or an original wave, but I have to repaint her eyes because they are very chipped. And right next to her, I have Coral Seashells, who I thrifted. So I guess I've thrifted more in my collection than I realize. I also have the Lalaoopsy Princess Juniper. And this is weird. Because when I thrifted this doll, I was so confident that I still had my other Lalaoopsy, Princess Saffron, who's the green one. I don't have her. She's missing. Among my missing dolls are, I'll show you the list. Oh, but let's finish this first. I have a plushie of Spot. I also have a plushie like this of Mittens. I have some of the Lalaoopsy babies. Like, I've got Mittens baby. I loved these things. My mom got them for me like 1 year for Christmas. Oh, Pillow's little hat came off. I have Pillow, and I have Jewel, and I have Crumbs. And I also have the silly hair Prairie Dusty Trails, who I thrifted recently. So these are the tags for the dolls that I'm missing. Yuki Kimono, Prairie Dusty Trails, Smiley Wishes, Blossom Flowerpot, and Cherry Crisp Crest. I am also missing, like I said, I'm missing my original Dot, and I'm also missing Princess Saffron from the Lalaoopsies. I miss Saffron so much. I really want her back. But yeah, we're now in my room, so you can see my mini Lalaoopsies. I'll show you them shortly. But I had this little purse that I was keeping all these tags in, and in here you can see the tags for most of my dolls that I got new in the box. Got Goldie's here. This one is from Mittens' plushie. They had to change what she was sewn from because that is a slur, fun fact. These ones that are made of like hard cardboard were cut out of the reproduction boxes, but I got Mango and I got Tippy. I have Alice's tag, which I think means she's one of my oldest ones. I'm very certain that Alice was like my first doll. Same with Swirly. I think I remember. My grandma bought Swirly for me because her birthday was close to mine. My birthday's January 28th. Scribbles didn't exist yet. Scribbles ended up actually being my birthday twin, so yeah. So yeah, these are like the tags that I still have from my collection. These are the missing ones. These are the ones that are still there. Here is my Lalaoopsy Girls collection. Mittens was the first one I ever got. She's the only one that I got new in the box from the store. All the rest I've thrifted. I thrifted Dyna Might, Peppy Pom Poms with her pet, and April Sunsplash all on the same day. And then I thrifted the sisters, Stormy and Cloudy Sky, from another thrift store. I had also thrifted Pixie with them, but I traded her. But it's okay because I have Pixie again, new in the box, but unfortunately Pixie is put away. So I have a grand total of 7 Lalaoopsy Girls. I would like to get more. My current grail from Lalaoopsy Girls would definitely be Suzette. So here are all of my mini Lalaoopsies. These were the primary thing that I would get when I was a kid just because they were cheaper and, you know, they took up way less space. I have some of these like newer ones that can be like modified. You can change their clothes and wigs. I'll put those ones aside because those aren't like a part of the core like Lalaoopsy minis. But I do have a lot, and I have a lot of Little Sisters as well. I used to love getting the Little Sisters packs because I just thought it was so much fun to have the sisters, but also it was a good excuse to get the big sisters. So the Lalaoopsy Littles were pretty good for that. I probably should have flipped them over off screen. So here's my full minis collection all laid out. Unfortunately, there's just too many of them for me to say everyone's individual names. So if there's one that you'd like to know the name of, just let me know in the comments. Describe the doll. Don't just say, what's this one, and put a timestamp, because I need you to know there's like 40 of them on screen at a time. So yeah, you just have to be specific which one you want to see. But yeah, I have lots of Mittens, the most of her. I have 2 duplicates. I have another duplicate of Cinder Slippers. This one has not been damaged by ink. This one has. I have Bubbles Smack and Pop here. She had to be treated for ink staining when I got her. I've thrifted quite a few of them. Like, I remember I thrifted both April and whoever this one is. I think I thrifted Star as well. I always wanted to thrift Yuki as a mini, but I never did. You may notice some of my minis have ink staining. That's because as a kid, whenever I held a permanent marker, I felt like I was God, so I would draw all over them. I've been meaning to buy a new Ivory because I regret ruining her. No one got it worse than one of my first minis though, Rosie. She looks like she's been possessed. I could fix this pretty easily with some acne cream, actually. This is my only boy Lalaoopsy. Prince Handsome. His mouth is gone. I have to paint it back on. I keep forgetting to. Yeah, Rosie was one of my first minis, and so was Marina. My mom bought them both for me because I said that I wanted Mittens, who had blue hair, and this was like before I could send photos to my mother because I was like an 8-year-old. I did not have a phone. I don't think phones existed yet, like iPhones and stuff. I don't remember. But I do know that Marina ended up being one of my first, and so was Rosie, because I said I wanted a blue one, and my mom found these minis and was like, are these it? And I was like, no, but they're still really cute. So that's what started my Lalaloopsy collection. It started with the minis. But I think my first full size was Alice, who I also have the mini of. I want the Mad Hatter, the Wacky Hatter. I want him too. I'm kind of bummed I don't have him. But yeah, I got my Halloween 3 together. I don't have Scraps' mini, but I wish I did. Oh yeah, Crumbs also has it pretty bad. Oh, so does, oh my god, I forgot about her. I covered her in a permanent marker. Same with this little jewel over here. I used to have fun customizing them shittily. Oh yeah, and there's my posters. So there we have it. That was my full Lalaloopsy collection, at least until I find more. I have been looking, I've torn my house apart looking for the dolls that I'm missing. I am convinced that they're gone now, but I'm hoping that maybe someday I'll be able to thrift the ones that I'm missing again. Oh, I'm also missing Dyna Might, the superhero. Not the Lalaloopsy girl, but the full-size Lalaloopsy. Yeah, there's a couple I'm missing, so it's unfortunate, but there's nothing I can really do because I've searched the entire house. I've looked through every storage closet, every storage bin, every weird place I think they could have ended up, and they're not there. So, yeah. It's a bummer, but I'm okay with it. I can find them again someday. I'm not okay with Yuki being gone. I miss her so much, man. I loved her. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And if I get any more Lalaloopsies, I will show them in my thrift hauls because I love them. I've been thrifting them for the last couple of years. So yeah, thanks for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. And as always, I hope to see you in my next one. Bye!